Yeah, Mr. Bella once again. Wisdom, feel it, come on. Yeah. Say Biafra will last forever. They say Biafra will stand. What did they know? What did they know? Let's see, what do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, shoot them aside. Give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. Biafra will live forever. 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 Okay, we go manage it. The lovers of Biafra. Biafra, this is the time we need to come together and fight for what is belong to us. Okay, we go manage our bandits for what to make us a giant of Africa. And that breaking to Africa. Mboggy, we listen and I'm up to know. You know, this is out of his wisdom. Giving us somebody like Namde Kano for this our race mission. Biafra will not last forever. They say, happy, no go stand. What do they know? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. See what you for our hero, we for them as no. Mazi cannot put no polish, no, we cannot stop it. We're fighting forever. But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, the people of citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the counsel of the chair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Oh know. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I know. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Oh, yes, I know. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh, yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the program. I am going to be I'm going to be very fast. Biafra for life. Thank you for your super chat. You've already started without me starting the program. I appreciate you, Biafra for life, for your super chat all the way from Biafra land. Thank you very much for your super chat. Now, I don't want to waste time because, uh, I have a lot of things in my hand. So what I have to do this evening is to educate you uh, on this economic sanction, on this particular economic sanction. And those of you are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1, live and direct on other social media platforms. You are watching also live and direct on Facebook. And of course, those watching from Facebook, you are going to be, we are asking you to switch over to Enter Biafra. I've just switched it on to inform you. And of course, Facebook already gave me warning about restricting the page. So I don't need to make you to watch a program on Facebook only for tomorrow you wake up and you don't see my page again. So you know where to go when you don't see the page. But then we continue what we are doing. So this evening I've come to tell you two things. One is the economic sanction in the entire Biafra state. Two is the demolition of Biafra structures in Lagos and where it is coming from. You see, sometimes it is good to keep record because every single record we have kept them up to today so that when those things begin to happen, we will now refer you back to those records that we have exposed before, and we told you that it is going to happen like this, and it is already happening just the way we talk about it. Now, we are going to go straight to the point, and those of you watching from Facebook, we are going to switch off the Facebook now, and we urge you to join us on Enter Biafra Channel 1. And those who always wait after 20 minutes to join us, we are sorry that we are going to start earlier than usual, so we don't need to waste any time. So the Facebook watchers and viewers, you will be restricted in 1 second. Here we go. All right, and then we have to refresh the page. All right, here we go. Welcome to the program. This is the 7th day of December 2021. And because of the plight of our leader, because of the condition of our leader, because of what is happening and how, they are torturing him by adopting all manner of torture, mental torture, physical torture, and all that. We are not going to sit back and watch people doing nothing. Of course, the people are doing something, but we're not going to sit back and watch. We have to do things ourselves, and we have to continue and without looking back. So we are not going to stop once we start this thing until we see result. We have to focus on seeing result. Once we see result, our leader will be the person to stop whatever that is going to be happening from now on. So we are going to continue until we see result. I want you people to understand something. No matter what, no matter how we believe in what is going on, you can never trust Nigerian politicians. That I can assure you, not to talk of trusting the Fulanese who are in control of power. So you can never trust them. They have promised that they're going to look into the political solution. The sign we are seeing is not encouraging. Okay? We've seen things getting deteriorated by the day. We've seen things getting worse. We've seen our leader crying out. We've seen a lot of things happening just, immediately after the promise of this going to look into this. And we see the counter coming from the northern group and all that, these kind of things we cannot just sit back and watch. And yes, of course, I told them, but they never listened to me. So now, one thing is that it is going to be on and off. Our leader, they will be, doing a lot of things to our leader, and then they will come back again, and they will try to treat him nice, and then they will treat him bad again, and they will try to treat him nice again, and they will treat him bad again, and they will try to treat. So it is going to be up, this is the impunity that we are talking about in the system. So if you're expecting our leader to just have a free hand and enjoy himself in DSS dungeon, you are making a mistake. So until he is transferred, if they don't want to release him now, until he's transferred out of there, we can never be at rest. So what I'm bringing forward this evening is the level 2 of the civil disobedience we are going to adopt. That is the revenue, the suspension of revenue collection in Biafra land. We must create this awareness at least 1 week, and thereafter the enforcement of that start. So, and everybody should be part of this. Everybody in Biafra land, the market people, the market women, the market men, the people paying this revenue must also be involved in this. So anytime somebody come to collect revenue from you, you have the right to tell the person to go away. We want to see if it is going to be by physical fist, we are ready to fight them. Now, so what you are going to be seeing from now on is the way they maltreat our leader. Most of these things happening is not coming public. I must have to tell you now that most of the things they are doing to our leader is not even in public. It's not. I'm very, very sincere with you. It's not public. We have had those one we may have had, but what about those you don't know about? Okay? What about those you don't know about? So we must, let us not even drag any command and control in this particular issue so that they will not say, they are not part of it. So let us assume they are not part of it if they don't want to, but we need a total support. They don't need to be part of this, okay? But we need a total support. They don't need to go and start castigating and countering this thing we are starting now, because the game is changing. The dimension is changing. We are not dragging position, we are not dragging for power, we are not fighting anybody. But what we are trying to do now is they don't need to get involved so that they will not say, oh, you are the one involved. No, we want to take them out of this, but let them not interfere, let them not criticize, let them not attack. This is the resolution of Biafra people, and this is the mind of Biafra. And we need to do this and see how things will begin to happen. Now, who are our target? Who are our target? Our target are the political leaders in Biafra land. Our target are the governors. Our target are the local government chairman. Our target are the internal revenue being generated in Biafra state. These are our target. Okay? Now, another thing is that in case you do not understand what is going on, I want to remind you today that if you go and watch and listen to the voice note of Adekule and Shetima, the voice note that leaked after the election of 2015, everything said on that voice note is happening now. That's exactly what they are doing now. But of course, some of you may have forgotten the voice note, the leaked audio between Shetima and some Adekule. So I'm going to play part of that audio because everything happening now was in that audio. When that audio leaked, we picked it, we teach on it, we made lectures and on it, and we were telling people that this is exactly what is going to happen, but people did not believe us. Okay, now let me tell you what has happened from that audio. Now, Lagos State have a special status. Special status has been given to Lagos State. Okay, it is because of that special status that they are demolishing your house today in Lagos. You said it, you didn't believe us. Okay, you didn't believe us, but it came from Shetima. Shetima told you in that audio that they are giving Lagos State a special status. This demolition of houses is just the beginning. My brother, the worst one is coming. We call it economic jihad. Okay? Shetima in that audio say that they are going to destroy the business of Igbos. Exactly what is happening in Lagos. They started it in Lagos. Now let me tell you, they gave the special status to Lagos and Abuja. That is where Igbo have the biggest investment in Nigeria. Lagos and Abuja. This is two powerful states where the Igbos are investing and pumping billions and billions. So this special status is given to Abuja and Lagos. So those of you in Abuja, your houses will be demolished as well. I want you to mark it today. Those of you in Abuja, all your houses, your businesses, your shop will be demolished in time. Just watch. Mark today's date, 7th December 2021. And then those of you in Lagos, don't think the case is over. Don't think it is over. They are going to demolish more. And they are going to be demolishing those places where Igbos has pumped money and developed. They're going to demolish all of them. It is not anything else. They tell you it's illegal structure, but the government approved it. They tell you it is this, but some of them have the CFO. In Abulado, when they put bomb there, all the structures there have CFO. They have government signature, but they have come to tell you they bombed the place. First of all, they bombed the place, and today, after bombing the place, they came to tell you that the federal government purchased the land in 1970 something. So what is happening now is already planned something. And if this is not teaching you something, to make sure you make a U-turn. If you are not following what we are doing as a Biafran, somebody from the southern Nigeria, because when they finish with Igbos, they will go to other part. It is to cripple the economy of Ndi Igbo and then sweep them with guns and ammunition. The same thing is going to happen to every other part until they run, they weaken you until you are weak. You are weak, you're going to be weak economically, you're going to be weak financially, you're going to be weak otherwise. And then they're going to run you over. When they throw peanut at you, you will be struggling to get it. That is the strategy they are using, and we must not allow them to win. Now, so the issue of the economic sanction I was talking about, we are going to implement this economic sanction, which is stop generating revenue in Biafra state. Now, let us visit some of the states and see what what they are generating as revenue. So I want to be searching it so that let us see state by state. Nigeria internal revenue. Nigeria internal revenue by state. Nigeria internal generated revenue at state level. Moment. Internally generated revenue at state level. Or anything Nigeria doesn't work. When you click on their website, it will take you 5 days to load. Scam. Now let us go by, there is a publication by Guardian. We're not going to waste time. This broadcast, I don't want this broadcast to be more than 1 hour 30 minutes or so. I want you to listen to this because I want this to be very brief and so that people can listen to it and meditate over it. Now, I want you to look at Lagos. Internally generated revenue, the IGR, Lagos top other state with 418.99 billion in 2020. Okay? Lagos is generating 418 billion in 2020. Do you understand? It is not from oil money. This is not oil money. This is internally generated revenue. Lagos State is topping in 2020. They generated 418.99 billion naira. Okay? Now let us go forward and see. The state topped other state of the federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. You see, Abuja FCT in internally generated revenue, IGR 2020, realizing a total of 418.99 billion. Okay, what is the Abuja? Because they did not say it here. Let us read further. This is indicated in the National Bureau of Statistics published internally generated revenue for state level for fourth quarter and the full year 2020. It shows that in spite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and the EndSARS mayhem, Lagos State increased its IGR by 5%. Okay, they even increased by 5%. Now, the state generated a total of 114 billion naira in first quarter, and then 90 billion in second quarter, and 107 billion in third quarter, and 106 billion in fourth quarter, making a total of 418.99 billion. The state 2020 IGR is this 414 billion generated, and then we don't need to read that. Let us move forward. The report indicates that Lagos State contributed a share of 32% of the total IGR of 1.31 trillion realized by the state in the country in 2020. Now, the 36 state and the FCT IGR figure hit 1.31 trillion in 2020 compared to 1.33 trillion recorded in 2019. This indicates a negative growth of minus 1.93% year on year. Lagos State has the highest internally generated revenue of 400. We know that. I want to read other states. Lagos State. Sorry. Lagos State. Now let us go. Following after Lagos State is River State with 8.97%, 117.19 billion IGR in 2020. FCT generated 92.06 billion. You see that? Abuja generated 92.06 billion with a share of 7.05%. Delta contributed a share of 4.57% with 59 billion IGR, while Kaduna generated 50 billion at 3%. Ogun State contributed 3.89% with 50 billion. Oyo State 2.91% with 38 billion. Kano 2.44% with 31.8 billion. Akwa Ibom to 2.35% with 30 billion. Anambra, now this is where it interests me. Anambra contributed, Anambra had 2.14% after generating 28 billion in 2020. Also, Edo State generated 27 billion, 2.08%. Ondo generated 24 billion. Enugu generated 23 billion. IGR, Osun State, 1.5%, 19 billion. And then Kwara State, 19 billion. Plateau State, 19 billion. Zamfara State, 18 billion. And which state again? Kogi State, 17 billion. Cross River State, 16 billion. Abia State, 14 billion. In Abia State, they generate 14 billion. I want you to take note of that. 14 billion in Abia State. Kebbi generated 13 billion. Ebonyi State generated 13 billion. In 2020, Bauchi generated 12. Nasarawa generated 12. Bayelsa 11.8 billion. Katsina generated 11.4 billion. So you see, this is the money they are. This once we sanction and place a very heavy sanction on this money, my brother, my sister of Biafra people, my great Biafra people, once we place sanction on this money you see here, in this internally generated revenue in Biafra land, we have touched these people where it pays them. Once we hit this particular jackpot of interrupting this internally generated revenue, that is the end. They will be rushing, they will be running like Ondinanwang. Believe me, by the time we touch these people, that is the end. So I want you to see how important it is. We need to start sanctioning the internally generated revenue. For those who say that the state is being run by the money you get from Abuja, you see it. You see? So do you know what they are going to do with 13 billion? You know what Anambra is going to do with 20-something billion every year? Do you know what the internal generate 24? You don't see it anywhere. Not the allocation coming from Abuja. This is not security vote. Okay? This money is internally generated from taxpayers, from shop, from market, and this is the accounted one. Oh, it is not the one that not accounted for. It is the half of this money are not accounted for, because the local government chairman, when you see them dragging position of who collect revenue from this market, who collect revenue from that market, is because they are making billions from those revenue collection. So when somebody is in charge of Ochanjame market, for example, collecting revenue in Ochanjame market is a big position. So the person will declare, what he declare is what you are going to get. So when they collect, sometimes they do it on contract. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that they give this revenue collection on contract? You know that? Let me tell you today, they are giving some contract. The local government chairman will give contract to somebody and say, I want you to be making maybe I want you to be making 1 billion from a Ochanja market. Are you aware of that? I want you to be making 1 billion from a Ochanja market every year. The person will make 2 billion and he will account 1 billion. That is how they run Nigeria. This is not tax evasion. Look at this one. Tax evasion. Do you know what is tax evasion? Tax evasion. I'm not proposing tax evasion. Go and check tax evasion and sanction. It is two different things. Tax evasion is when people do business and they don't pay tax. That is tax evasion. I'm not talking about tax evasion. I am talking about civil disobedience by imposing a sanction, imposing economic sanction on the state. So economic sanction on the state is that nobody will be allowed to collect revenue. Go and check your dictionary and don't come here with your half-baked dictionary on education. You want to show us you know what is tax evasion. Okay, so what we are proposing is a complete sanction, economic sanction. And for those of you who do not understand how economic sanction works, economic sanction is to cripple the economy of those who oppress you, to cripple the economy of those who are abusing the human right with impunity. And all the state governors of the Southeast and the South-South, which comprises Biafra, all the state governors, all the state have shown a very gross violation of human rights of the citizens. So they are not worthy to be collecting revenue from the people who they cannot protect. That is the idea. The idea is that they have refused to protect the citizens of this state comprising Biafra, the Biafra land. They have failed. They are not worthy to collect revenue. And we are going to impose and enforce this no revenue collection in Biafra land. We are fighting for freedom. It is not where you are going to be missing word. Okay? In revolution, people are killed. In revolution, people are killed. People are doing revolution for freedom. And somebody is here talking about stupid thing. If you comment that thing again, I'm going to block you. You go and get education first. And if you have studied to know what and you are twisting it, then you have wasted your money. So we are going to embark particular and this guy is still talking. You need to be blocked. If you want to teach people the meaning of dictionary or the dictionary word, the dictionary word, you can take them to go to your page and teach people. Bring dictionary and start. Bring your dictionary. Go to your create your own page and you start teaching people there what is tax evasion, and you can counter my teaching and you can counter my proposal for the economic sanction against the governors that have failed to protect the life of their people. So if you are not protecting the life of your people, you are not worthy to collect revenue. And fighting for freedom, you don't come here and start quoting dictionary. We go by fact, we go by evidences, and we can do anything for the freedom of our people. So, let me tell you also how it works. Like some of you may have had so many countries, being served by America, by EU, by NATO and NATO state. Once they make that sanction, they bring NATO to enforce for enforcement. When they say zone, it's a sanction. When Russia went to Ukraine and started interfering in Crimea in this Ukraine, the European Union, America, they placed sanction on Russia. A very big sanction. And nobody from Russia travels with Visa card. Because Visa is owned by America. Okay? They sanctioned them. Everybody that has a Visa card, the Visa card stopped working. Every Russian that has Visa card, Visa credit card, it stopped working because it is owned by America. It is a sanction, economic sanction. So those people that traveled out, I don't know what happened that then. They say, at a particular point in time, if you are traveling with Visa card, your visa will stop working. It's economic sanction. So we, as the citizens of Biafra, we, as the citizens of old Eastern Nigeria, we have given vote of no confidence on the leaders for failing to protect the life and property of our people, and they are not worthy to collect revenue from us. That is the idea here. And we are protesting, and in this protest, it is called sanction, economic sanction. Now, if you also look at some of the countries that have violated human rights with impunity, Cuba, for example, was on economic sanction by America and the European Union. They sanctioned Cuba. The only time Cuba was the sanction was lifted was when Obama went there. President Putin visited Cuba. So when Putin visited Cuba, it became a threat. Obama felt threatened that would Putin go to Cuba to make peace with the Cuba people, that is a threat. And that was when Russia was on sanction. So what did immediately Obama went there and lifted all the sanction against, and even the embargo against Cuba. So they were on economic sanction. Then some of the other countries that were on economic sanction was also Libya. The Gaddafi, I remember correctly, Gaddafi also was placed on, some economic sanctions were slashed on Gaddafi before America sponsored the rebels, sponsoring the rebels to overthrow and kill Gaddafi. It was on economic sanction, and then after that, they declared no-fly zone, and the NATO enforced that no-fly zone. The NATO state, the America and European enforced the no, and they used the Mediterranean Sea to make sure the no-fly zone was enforced. So all these things are the strategy that are used to deal with the people that have violated human rights with impunity. And in Nigeria state, the governors in this eastern region have violated with impunity the human rights of people. Hope Uzodinma have supervised the killing and ethnic cleansing of his own people since the inception, since coming into office as a governor. So he is not worthy to collect revenue, internally generated revenue. It's not worthy to collect revenue. Now, if you go to Abia State have the worst road. Abia State have the worst market. The market in Abia State, where this internally generated revenue is coming from, is not even, a pig cannot stay there. All of you have seen a rare market, how bad it looks. It looks like, I don't know what to call it. So, that reason, they are not worthy to be collecting revenue from this citizen they cannot protect. So this is basically what I have come to do this evening. And I will also open this line for you to ask me a question about this particular sanction, what you think is your worry. Somebody already raised what they call tax evasion. This has nothing to do with tax evasion. We are enforcing this particular the economic sanction, which is making sure that nobody succeed in collecting revenue. It is what we have to do. Once we succeed in doing this, my people, you don't even worry about the governors that will be running up and down. If we are able to stay at home against them, even when they come and start doing whatever they did, we can still do this one. And those of you that are the revenue collectors, we will declare you the enemy if you do not comply. We will declare you the enemy of Biafra if you do not comply to, like the labor union do. The labor union also plays economic sanction. When they go on strike, what they are indirectly doing is placing economic sanction on the government. So some of you don't know this. Will you call that tax evasion? When people don't go and work, when people don't do work and all that, they go on strike. It's economic sanction. Different way of economic sanction. So this one now, we are going to try it. That is if you are serious. If you are serious. If you are serious to get your freedom. If you are serious to do something that will get to the governments. We have heard some of you say, oh, sitting at home is, we are killing our own people. People are hungry. People are this. I have told you several times, it does not affect the economy. Now we have seen different. The difference here is that nobody will be allowed to collect revenue. So that when you sell, keep it to yourself. You use it to support Biafra when the money is needed. So when you do something, keep it to yourself. We need to show these people that now we are all mad. And this is as we are enforcing this economic sanction, we are making our demand. Our demand will be known, not like what are they looking for. And not like somebody will come and ask, what is the problem? What are they looking for? Our demand is very clear. We want Mazi released unconditionally. We want all Biafrans that have been abducted and kidnapped by the Nigeria state released unconditionally because they have committed no crime. We want those people that are abducted on the road, coming from Lagos, coming from Abuja, and because they have a name, Biafra, they have Okechukwu and BBC, all those people abducted, and they are now serving, they are not even serving, they are in detention all over Nigeria. We want them released. So those one we know. We want all of them released. That's the demand. And then after that, we will now begin to negotiate something else. But this particular economic sanction will be targeted at only two things. Two things. It is not much. One is Mazi release. Two is the release of every Biafran that's serving, that has been detained, illegally, because all the people being detained today are all being detained illegally. Self-determination is not a crime under Nigerian law. It is not a crime under international. And I don't know why they are detaining people for agitating for self-determination. So we are demanding these two, just these two. After these conditions are met, our leader will be there. And whatever he say, we are going to follow. But for now, let us do it. If you are serious for this struggle, this is the key. Once we reach the economy of the state and the governors, we have closed the chapter. And this is very easy. But let me tell you, they will not stand us. Let them go and bring people with AK-47 to come and start collecting. Let them go and bring soldiers to go every place they are collecting. Let them start collecting the revenue with AK-47. Know how far they are going to with that. It's the one of the key. And I have so many keys that is to come. So many keys that we are going to deal with these people without even shooting a gun. Without even shooting a shot with them. So everybody, all the volunteers, those of you who are born for this particular struggle, it is time you begin to get ready for this particular to be enforced. If you want us to make a headway. And I want everybody to start preaching this thing. Because it is only awareness. You preach it, all is a messenger I am. I am giving you idea. It is either left for you to carry it out or not. Because I am not going to be there to carry it out. So those of you who are directly affected by these criminals and terrorists in power are the one to make sure you fight to the end. Now, I want to go quickly to what is happening in Lagos, the demolition of Biafra properties in Lagos, and because I want you also to remember when we called, for Biafrans to understand that what Shetima was saying will be implemented. None of you believers. I'm not going to play the thing from the beginning, okay? I'm not going to play from the beginning, but I want to play that particular part where he mentioned the special status. And let me tell you, in the entire Nigeria, the people that enjoy the special status now is Lagos and Abuja. I don't know about Kano, but Lagos and Abuja enjoy special status. Why do they give the special status? They give the special status because they know that is where Ndi Igbo and Biafra people are pumping their money, investing their money. So that special status is that when they push you out of Biafra land, you go to Lagos. They push you out of Biafra land, you go to Abuja. So when you invest in Abuja, build your house and everything, after 5 years, you think you have arrived. Only to wake up one day, the government will tell you, oh, Abuja have special status. This your structure is not good here. Bam, that is the end. All your money is gone. All your suffering is gone. And then you go back to square one. That time you begin to say, Mazi said it to, Simon Ekpa said it to. You see, like some of you are crying today in Lagos. When we are telling you, you did not believe us. So I want everybody to watch and listen to this particular leaked audio, because when the audio leaked, we know exactly that they are going to implement every single thing in this audio.
Honestly, I accept your congratulations, even though I did it. Because I remember one time when we fighting in Botono, when they are feeding our beans, left and right. eating, I will not say it's bad again. Because I have learned how to support my people from what I have seen with Ipob and some people in Nigeria with Jonathan.
My thank God for you, Ipob. You don't have supported Buhari, otherwise we don't have come.
No, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me tell you one thing. I'm coming. Listen to me, Kule. A section of Yoruba supported Buhari. Listen to me, please. Let us make this clear. You understand? We are all politicians.
Yes.
The Tinubus, since 1960s, since the Oyibo left the country, who left Jonathan, they are coming now. Let me forget about Boko Haram now. We brought about the Yoruba politics. Now, Tinubu is one of them. So or not so. So that's why the Yoruba say he knows that we can do it.
We pray for the and even our success.
No, to tell you the truth, industries and human beings who are more in number, and food by the side, which one is consumed more? They are able dominated markets. You get me? In fact, some Europeans were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that if we, the Northerners, who were in charge of Lagos as federal capital, that opened room for Igbo to come and dominate them. And it's over now. And it's over. All the businesses Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it.
You see that? All the businesses that Igbos are doing, we are going to bring it and do it. Let me tell you, this bring it is not what he want to say. Okay? What he want to say is not bring it and do it. What he want to say, in addition to bring it and do it, is that they are going to bring it down and they will start the business. That is what it means. It's not just say bring it and do it. He said all the business Igbos are doing, they are going to bring it down and then they will start the business. So I want you to also just watch, just listen.
You get me? Fashola for the past 5 years have refused to approve any industry, especially pharmaceutical, to Igbo people. Find out.
You are right.
Do you get me? So the Yoruba in these 4 years, that's what we are telling ourselves. If we in the North want to be useless again, let us be. But
that is why I am calling you that do not listen to them telling you that telling you that Yorubas are demolishing your house. It is not Yorubas. You just hear somebody telling a Yoruba, commanding a Yoruba man, telling Yoruba about Lagos. Is Shetima supposed to be telling Adekule about Lagos? A Yoruba man? That is to show you what is going on behind the scene. Do not go and start fighting Yorubas that they are demolishing your house. Yorubas have nothing to do with demolishing your house. It is only that those they gave power, just like they gave a Hope Uzodinma. Okay? It is those they gave power under contract, like they gave Hope Uzodinma. Those that Tinubu is using to get to climb. They are the one they are using to give this to make this demolition. So do not blame Yorubas. The people demolishing your house are you Fulani from the presidency. We are in agreement with whatever will stop the genocide and help release our leader. Great plan, Simon. MN, thank you very much for a super chat. Yes, we have to do this. Everybody have responsibility to do this. Talk to people who may have a divergent view. Let us have a debate on this particular idea that I've just brought, which I call the level 2 of this civil disobedience for the release of Mazi and other political prisoners from Biafra land. Very important. We can open a debate for it and let people share their concern and their opinion about it, and then we move on from there. So when you hear them discussing like this, don't blame Yoruba. I have said it. The people you blame is people like Hope Uzodinma. You have them in Yoruba land, and Tinubu is using them. So when he said that Fashola did not give Igbo any license for any pharmaceutical license and all, it is not a Yoruba. It is somebody controlled, just like they are controlling Hope Uzodinma. So anytime you want to, you want to say you want to fight Yoruba because they are demolishing your house, remember Imo State. Remember Hope Uzodinma. It is the same thing happening in Yoruba land. Okay, so you have it. You first of all you deal with the person in Imo State. before you can look at any governor in Yoruba land to fight the governor, because the governor is doing exactly what your brother in Imo State is doing. So first of all, you fight Hope Uzodinma before you fight anybody in Yoruba land. That's what I want to tell you. Do not fall for this trap of saying, oh, Yoruba again, we tell you not to go and build in Lagos, you are building in Lagos. It's a lie. It's a lie. It has nothing to do with Yoruba. It is individual. The governor is being used by the highest authority in Nigeria, which controlled by the Fulanis, and because Tinubu put them there, and that is what is happening, and they are targeting Igbo. I want you to listen to what Shetima said.
Yoruba people in the 4 years, they want to control their land completely. That's why Buhari has to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status.
You see, there is another lie. He said that Yorubas want to control their land completely, and that is why Buhari have to sign to give them special status. Now, when this audio was leaked, you did not know that your house will be demolished today, right? Or warned you. Is the special status, that thing this man said here, that Lagos will be given, that Buhari have signed, that Lagos will be given special status for Yorubas to control their land, is an instigating statement, is a lie. It is not Yorubas controlling their land, rather, Fulani gave Lagos State special status, Buhari signed it, gave the special status, and that special status is being controlled from Abuja. That's why they are now demolishing your house. Do you doubt me? But when this man was making, I'm going to prove you, I'm going to show you something. When this man was making this particular statement, you don't know that this today is coming, right? You didn't know that? When he was making this statement, he didn't tell that Adekunle that when they will start to demolish this house by implementing that special status, the order is going to come from Abuja. That is what, he didn't tell Kule that. But he told Kule that Yorubas will have the right to take over their land, and they will control their land, and they can decide to ask Igbo person to buy 1 million, 10 million, and they will say other person to buy 3 million. I want you people to know where I'm coming from, because I keep this kind of record for a day like this, so that when things will be happening, I'll be going back to what I've done before and tell you I said it, and it happened. Now, what I want to prove to you this evening is this. I want to first of all show you how this man lied here. You know, because all these things you see here is just to instigate tribal hatred and tribal war, so that they will continue to deal with us. Okay? Now he said that Buhari have signed. Somebody say I am blocking a deciding debate view. No. If you come here to tell me that tax evasion when I'm preaching about civil disobedience, I don't understand whether the person went to school at all. How can you tell? So the only person I've blocked here is somebody who said that what I'm preaching is tax evasion. How can somebody be talking about tax evasion in a civil disobedience? How can you be talking about evasion when we are actually protesting? How can you be talking about tax evasion when we are almost in revolution? So in revolution, no law applies. So why would somebody be coming here? That is why I feel the person is not educated enough. The only thing he knows is tax evasion. You cannot bring lawful something when you want to talk about civil disobedience and the revolution. It's just like when we say sit at home and people are not going to school, and then somebody comes to say you are depriving the student from going to school. Does it make sense? We are already in civil disobedience. We are already almost in revolution, trying to fight for the survival of our people. And somebody is talking about going to school. Somebody is talking about tax evasion. No, you don't bring tax evasion in issue like this, because what we are doing is not normal. Okay, so it means that any law that is guiding that thing is already is not enforceable. That's what it means. So how can somebody come here when I'm preaching civil disobedience? Somebody is coming here to tell me about tax evasion. I'm preaching tax evasion. That is stupid. So I don't need that kind of divergent view here. And I believe my comment now have addressed whoever want to engage me on that. So Nna Imaobong, the person I block is the only person that said tax evasion, at least for now. And I believe I have Is it tax evasion or tax evasion? Whatever he wrote. Thank you. The person, whether it is tax evasion or tax evasion, whatever the person wrote anyway. But I think I have addressed that. So when we are in this kind of level where we are now in the status of this particular struggle now, especially to release our leader and other people, you don't bring law. You don't bring law. Is it not the same law that they are disobeying? Is it not the same court order? The court asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sleep well. They didn't do it. They disobeyed. The court asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to eat. They didn't give him food. The court asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he should be allowed to stay freely in the DSS dungeon. They didn't respect that. So what are you talking about tax evasion and all that? Please, my brother, don't come here with that comment. Otherwise, I'll block you because you just distracted us. I want you people to watch and listen to this. Pay attention very well.
Do you get me? So the Yoruba in these 4 years, that's what we are telling ourselves. If we in the north want to be useless again, let us be. But the Yoruba people in the 4 years, they want to control their land completely. That's why Buhari have to sign that Lagos is going to be given special status.
You hear that? In 4 years, Yorubas are going to control their land completely. That is a lie. So now this is exactly after somebody says civil disobedience is not outright crime. Of course. So then exactly after 4 years they started, after 4 years they started implementing that special status, which is demolishing the property of Igbo people in Lagos. The order is coming from Abuja, and I'm going to prove it to you. But here, this man made you to understand that it is going to be Yorubas who will be deciding what is happening in Lagos. But that is not true. So that is not lie. That is another lie. Yorubas are not deciding what is happening in Lagos now. And I'm going to prove it to you. Yorubas are not deciding this thing that is going on in Lagos now. It is coming from presidency, from Abuja, and I'm going to prove it to you. But here, so many years ago, this man lied that Yorubas are going to be in control. So they gave them this special status without knowing what the special status entails. The special status means that the federal government will be controlling Lagos, my brother. Okay? Fulani get brain small. They say they are going to give you, and some people are jumping up. It is a planting to cripple the economy of some certain part of the nation. They say they are going to give you special status, and the people did not ask, what is this special status all about? He said, this special status means that Yorubas will control their land, but that is not happening. It's a lie. They deceive Yorubas into agreeing and accepting the special status to Lagos, thinking that they are going to control their land. You are not controlling your land anymore. Your land is now being controlled by Fulani from Abuja. What is happening? People should know what is happening. I'm exposing it for the very first time. For the very first time. I want you to watch.
We are going to have a kind of semi-regional system. Lagos is going to have special status. It means nobody again will control Lagos. The indigenous of Lagos are the ones that are going to control Lagos.
You see, he is telling a Yoruba man what they are going to do in his own region. And the Yoruba man, who is a politician, was not aware. He said, we are going to have a kind of regional system, and Yorubas will control their land. And this Adekule was just there. He did not know the thing these people were cooking against Yoruba people. Today, it is manifesting. Let me tell you, it is not only Igbo properties are being destroyed, though. Even Yoruba properties. So don't think that the properties you see that are being demolished are only Yoruba, only Igbo. No. Yoruba properties are being demolished. Convicted because when this audio leaked, we were shouting. They didn't listen to us. They say, oh, we will give you special state. And you know that time now, when you hear Igbo now, everything in you will stand up. You want to do everything that will suppress the Igbo, but everybody is paying the price. So when they hear Igbo is you're going to control your land. They think Fulani can give you anything? No. That is not happening today. Everybody is now a victim. I want us to continue listening. Just listen.
Land policies. Do you get me? They may decide to say, you as a Yoruba man in Lagos, you will pay 5,000 naira per annum for a land. As tenant revenue. Me as a Hausa man, I'll pay 10,000 naira. Igbo man will pay 1 million naira.
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that?
This is why they are hitting for.
Okay.
Do you get me?
So he did not, you see, let me tell you, more things are coming, they are going to tribalize this particular Lagos you see, and they will be giving you land according to your tribe. It is coming. Kune was not aware of it. And everything this man said here is happening now. Now, I don't need to go far into playing this audio because a lot of you have listened to the audio. Now, let me prove you where the man lied. The man said Yorubas will be in charge of their land. Let me prove you that how he lied. Our own is would they do it, they show. After Kunle 4 years ago, 5 years ago, deceived Yoruba people, our Yoruba brother. Look at federal government vowed to continue illegal structure demolition in Festac, eject squatters. Now, why didn't this report say Yoruba people vow to eject the structure or illegal structure? Why didn't this report say Yorubas vow to continue illegal structure demolition in Festac? Because that was what Fulani campaigned to Tinubu. That was what Fulani campaigned to all Yoruba politicians, that we are going to give you special status in Lagos. And once you get the special status in Lagos, you are going to demolish all the Igbo property. You will have the right to land. You will have the right to this. And after 4 years, you can even decide for Igbo to pay 1 million, while Hausa man will pay 1,000, while Yoruba man will pay 500. It is not happening today. They have succeeded in giving Lagos special status by Tinubu, but today it is no longer Yorubas that are vowing. It has become the federal government. Make sense? It has become federal government. 5 years ago, I told you, Yoruba, you are going to control your land. You are going to chase Igbos away. You are going to do this. Hausa person will come to Lagos. He can pay land rent for 1,000. Yoruba can pay 500. Igbo will pay 1 million. They bought it, the idea. But the idea is good. We are going to control our land. Today, order is coming from Abuja. You are not in control anymore. Fulani is controlling your land in Yoruba, in Lagos, from Abuja. The same thing they did to the people of Biafra, of the river in Abuja, controlling our oil. In 2021, Yorubas, with the level of education, they could not understand, and they research more. What is the special status going to bring to them? The politician here, the Dundee, was just answering, yeah, okay, special status, you are going to have right over your everything. The special status has come, and it was not what you were told. You were told. Somebody that say Riverian people are not Biafra, you are going to be blocked immediately from here. All people like you are the one putting nuisance on this particular platform, kicking you out. And by the way, Dog Heart, I've watched you. You are one of the anonymous. Of the anonymous. I recognize you now. Of the anonymous. Anonymous were kicked out of business. So today, they are no longer in charge. Yorubas are not in charge of Lagos. That is why I said, do not go and start fighting Yorubas. They are not the one demolishing your house. because they have become victim too. Go and check the people that their house were demolished. You will see that it's not only Igbos. Yoruba house, they are victim too. Okay? So, but I just exposed to you now how they lie. They lied to Kunle and they have lied to all the politicians from Yoruba land that you see. We are going to give you this special status. Once you get this special status, you will control your land, you will do this, you do this. And they did not even ask question. They accepted it because some of them hate Igbo. Now, today, the people that are demolishing your house is the federal government all the way from Abuja. All the way from Abuja. Federal government vow to continue illegal structure demolition in Festac, eject squatters. Who are there? APC. You see the man hanging APC. That's him. He's hanging APC and Osibanjo. Now, let me even shock you. Federal Housing Authority has vowed to continue the demolition of substandard and illegal structure in Festac town, Lagos, adding that some quarters will be relocated. The managing director, Senator Benga Ashafa, who was represented by FHA Executive Director Project Implementation, Mr. Chinonso Omoke, stated this during a meeting with stakeholder in zonal office in Lagos on Friday. Now, you see, the person who has come to represent Fulanese is Mr. Chinonso Omoke. So, my people, do you know, some of you that are not in Festac, don't think you are free. This is economic jihad. The millions and tens of millions or 20s, or, if you have put 30 million, 50 million in building structure in Lagos, don't think you are free. It is one after the other, step by step. Now they are in Festac. From Festac, they locate your area because the federal government is in charge. And they have been looking at Igbo-dominated area. When I said you can't see this happening in Onitsha, in Anambra State, you can't see this happening in a River State, somebody commented because they are not special status. They can never give you special status in Biafra land because you are very brainy. And they don't have any interest. They know you don't come to Biafra land to build all those things. Of course, we have a lot of structures in Anambra State and all that. No, you can't. You don't live there. They want to deal with you. Those of you in Lekki, don't think you are free. Those of you in Aja, don't think you are free. Those of you in Okokomaiko, don't think you are free. Those of you even in Surulere, don't think you are free. Federal government have come. This is a new development. Are you aware of that? It was not there before. It was just within this Buhari government that have given Lagos special status. Now, let me even shock you. Those of you in Abuja, don't think you are free. All the Igbos that build all this structure in Abuja, in Nyanya, in Gariki, don't think you are free. Not that I did it before now, but that one was a different one. This time around, they're going to deal with you. Going to deal with you, don't think you are free. Because they have been given special status. Now, I don't think whether anybody in Lagos State actually know the content. Special status. Can they make it public? Can the politicians state demand to know the content of the special status given to Lagos? As the owner of the land, demand to know the content of the special status given to Lagos and study it. Nobody cares. And it alone from the back door. You know what? Every Fulani was aware of it. Chetima, who has nothing to do in Lagos. Actually, he don't have any business in Lagos. They don't have any business. Chetima should not know anything about Lagos. In the story. It was briefing a Yoruba man who actually should know what is happening in his own land. A Fulani man from the north was telling a Yoruba man how he is going to manage his own land. That they are going to give them a special status. He already know, but they are all politicians in Nigeria. But he don't know. Another politician was briefing him what the government want to do in his own land. And you don't say anything wrong with that. My people, do you know why Shetima know? Do you know why Shetima was very, very conversant and very knowledgeable about what he was telling the Adekule? Was because it was the meeting they had in Northern Governors Forum. It was meeting they had in the Northern Governors Forum and the Northern Elders Forum. They plan how to deal with you in the South. So after planning this thing, all of them have the thing in their head. It's an implementation. They are now in implementation. They are only implementing. Everything you see happening today is already planned long ago. And Shetima was part of the meeting. All these governors you see today, that's why I say do not trust anybody from Northern Nigeria who say he's an activist and he's a Muslim. Don't trust them. They are all the same. Otherwise, why should Adekule be listening to this man, telling him the history, what is going to happen in Lagos? And he don't know about it. He don't know about it. Is Shetima the only one in government? No. So why did he then become so knowledgeable and very brilliant and all that, explaining what the special status is going to be? And he ended up deceiving Adekule because he did not turn out exactly what he said. He said Yoruba will control the land, but that is not happening. You can see the order is coming from the federal government. Is going to come. So I have just given you a tip of what is to come. The people in Ajambadi, the people in Okokomaiko, the people in Lekki, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 10, the people, all these people where you have Igbo business, Igbo houses and all that, they will all go down. You don't know what, they will all go down. Okay. Somebody said, MSA, do you know that after your broadcast on Nkurumiri, NDLEA busted Nkurumiri factory in Delta State today? I said it. I said it. And I have not seen the video. Please send the video to me. You people should get the video and send it to me. I told you that immediately after my broadcast, don't be surprised, they are going to stage some kind of pressure. Believe me, I know these people very well. I know these people very well. I told you that after that that our broadcast, that they are going to do some show. They are going to do some show. And this is just the beginning. They're going to do another show in Anambra to prove wrong. But we know the truth. They have opened the door. Try our youth. So what they are doing now is we have their remote control. We'll be controlling them. That's why anything we say here, take it very serious. We are not just joking. This exposition I'm making now, I made it earlier last year or so. I told you what is to come. It is happening now. Why I'm playing this voice is for you to just understand how they deceive them. First of all, this man lied. He lied to the Adekule. He said, you are going to be controlling your land. Yoruba will control your land. But that is not happening in this special status. The special status now is making it possible for the federal government to control Lagos State all the way from Abuja. So, do you know what we are going to do? Let us start by dealing with the economy of the state. Believe me, if you are serious for Biafra, go and spread this message. Let everybody listen to the message. Let everybody get ready for we are going to stop revenue collection in Biafra land until further notice, until Mazi Nnamdi is released, until our political prisoners are released anywhere they are in Nigeria, and you have to be part of it. It is a price you pay, and you are ready to make some sacrifice for this. It is not going to cost anything. It is going to be an implementation. We are asking for citizen police. Any place you see after 1 week, when this awareness must have been created and people accepted it, after 1 week, any place you see anybody collecting revenue, engage person. On this note, may God bless. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa Republic. May God bless Middle Belt. May God bless Amazonia. May God bless IPB worldwide. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi. May God bless ESN. May God bless Sunday Igbo and all Duduwa agitators. We never allow this Fulani Janjaweed to sow any seed of division anymore in the southern Nigeria. Remember, do not fight any Yoruba man thinking they are behind the demolition of your houses in Lagos. Yorubas are victims as well. Good night.